RP88 asked, is there a scenario where we could keep Hronek and still get Tanev in the offseason? I'll answer this one. Yeah, absolutely there is. There's a scenario where Chris Tanev says, I really like playing in Vancouver. I never wanted to leave. I will sign for less money to finish out my career in Vancouver. That's where I want to be. I want to try to win a cup, assuming Dallas doesn't win one with them. I'm going to sign in Vancouver. I liked living there. I'm going to sign and be with this core for the twilight years of my career. That's one scenario. The other scenario is Hronek says, yeah, I'll sign for less money. But I think out of those two, the Tanev scenario is a little more likely.
Yeah, I don't think Tanev's going to sign for less either. His market is going to be so robust. There are going to be so many attractive situations out there in terms of city, quality of team, who he could potentially play with, that I don't think he needs to take less to come to Vancouver. But even then, if the Canucks want to pay market value, they could hypothetically do that because they've got a number of expiring defenseman contracts. Would it be the wisest way to allocate their cap dollars? Probably not, in terms of doling out those costly extensions for Hronek and even for Tanev. Like, at this point, considering how strong he's played, he's probably going to get term on his next deal. And considering his age, there's going to be risk on that. So it may not be the path that I'd consider going down, but theoretically, if the Canucks wanted to do it, they could. It would just force them to, for example, then fill out the forward group more inexpensively.
And you have to remember that just a year younger is Luke Schenn, right? Luke Schenn got 3 years, 2.75 per year. Like, that's the floor for the next Tanev contract. Tanev could theoretically, like, if they're using that as a comparable, like, he's going to be able to get, I don't know, like maybe another 4x4 potentially. And I think, the Canucks could sign that, but that would be signing Tanev till his age 39 season. I would say, like, the more realistic, like, if you're asking me to guess what Tanev's going to sign on July 1st, I'm going to say he gets 3 years at $4.5 million. I'm thinking that's what he ends up signing for.
Were you looking at AFP Analytics? Because I got that spreadsheet pulled up here. They have him at 3 years, 4.6.
I don't even know what AFP Analytics is.
We brought that up. We referenced it a couple of weeks back on the show for projected contracts.
But no, honestly, I came up with that off the top of my head. But Harm, so if it is 3 years, 4.5, is that irresponsible for the Canucks to sign that? Because you're saying it's not the best allocation of cap dollars. I'm telling you that that's the best allocation when it comes to the vibes.
I wouldn't mind it if the idea is, okay, we're going to, like, I think the more interesting question is, would you rather do that than sign Hronek at an $8 million cap hit? And I think at that point, in terms of being Hughes' partner, and I think at that point, Tanev would look awfully enticing, because then you'd have leftover cash to add a different type of defenseman. And again, just the longer that we see Hronek, especially in the second half, sort of struggle defensively a bit, like, you can't afford to sign an anchor contract, because that's how a team's competitive window closes prematurely.
Canucks Conversation is live Monday through Friday, every weekday at 2 p.m. over on the Canucks Army YouTube channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, and interact in the YouTube live chat every day with us, folks.